Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. I gotta wait until I try to order the better screen purchases. See, when you have YouTube, you have multiple channels, you still have to pay for certain things. So the quality might be a little bit I paid for it, but I gotta wait for the quality to come back. But hopefully you all can hear me. Let me know if the sound's coming in good. Let me know if the sound's coming in good. Let me see. Appreciate you all joining me. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. What's going on, AJ Blunt? I didn't see you from last time. Mars Gold, what was going on? Let me see. Hal Schmidt, what's going on, brother? And everybody else, Speak Uneasy, what's going on? KY Brown, what's going on? I think I got everybody else. If I didn't, forgive me, I'm trying to scroll here. What's going on? Deserves the righteous. Y'all know this is my yeah, you know how it is. You gotta pay for everything, J Banks. Man, you gotta pay for everything. But I'm working on it. There is a phasing in and out slightly. Hmm, that's weird. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I can fix this. Quality. All right, let me know if it helps a little bit. Yeah, Nana P, I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna try to, God willing, I'll do a stream tomorrow about the spraying in the air. That a lot of people need to wake up toward that spraying in the air. That's what's affecting a lot of people, and there are things you can do about it. Okay, before we get started, let me see, man. I'm trying to see why it's fading in and out. Already live. Yeah, it's not letting me change it right now. So is this bad? Let me know if it's bad. You said it sounds good. Oh yeah, I got echo. Hmm. Slightly muffled. Oh, you know what? Okay. I know what's going on. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. It should be better now. Sorry about that. Let me know if this is better. I had two things open. Let me know if this is better. Okay, great. Good, good. This is my first time switching back from two streams and one stream, so I'm glad it's better. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, let's go. So, for those who don't know, I'm starting with the health channel, and you know, I've been into health since I was a child. You know, I have a very practical brain, trial and error, reverse engineering type of brain, but also the first thing we have to say is that the first house we have to clean is our spirit, our soul. We have to get right with God. A lot of people don't realize a lot of bad habits, a lot of wear and tear on the body is caused by our spiritual condition, our lack of biblical faith. Uh, Living outside the will of God leads to a lot of um, things in our body, and it also blinds us to not seeing things that we could get rid of that could improve our health. So it always begins with our biblical faith in Christ. Got to say that. No new age, no kundalini, no chakras, none of that. All right. Just want to put that out there. Just God's way of living. What's going on, Myers Homestead? What's going on? Thank you for being here. Oh, Tracy from the Narrow Way. Okay. Welcome. So, okay, cool. We got everybody here. So let's talk about root canals and dental work. Everybody's favorite thing. Everybody hates the dentist, right? You should hate the dentist because the dentist just wants your money. So before we get into root canals and orthodontic work, let's talk about the food, nutrition. All right. The food that we eat that's not grown and that's not natural, that's processed, refined sugars, processed foods are designed to rot your teeth. That is probably, what's the word I'm looking for? That is lock in step with Big Pharma. The food supply, what you're eating, creates certain acids that happen on your teeth that feed the microbiome in your mouth negatively. It feeds all the bad things in your mouth that wears down your enamel, that causes cavities and all that. Let me tell you the truth that your dentist won't tell you. A lot of cavities that are not very bad, your body does remineralize and recalcify itself. They don't want you to know that, but that does involve you having your diet right, your lifestyle right, your spirit right, all those things right, okay? Now, another issue about, first let's talk about what a root canal is. A root canal, I'm gonna give the Cliff Notes version. A root canal is when they, essentially they kill off the blood supply to a tooth. They take out the nerve, the blood vessels. They usually crown the tooth. That means they wear it down and they take these little pipettes and they siphon all of the nerve and stuff out of the tooth. They pack it with some kind of sealant that never works because inside your tooth you have microscopic tubules. No matter how much of light or whatever they use to claim to sterilize it, bacteria will always grow in a warm, moist environment. And when I say bacteria, I mean microbes. See, microbes are not the problem. Microbes are pleomorphic, which means that they change form and nature according to our terrain, according to the environment of our body and the condition of our health. The microbes that normally exist in homeostasis in your mouth, they change when your body's poisoned, you're in a toxic environment, emotional, mental issue, spiritual issue, or radiation or some kind of external issue going on or internal issue. It changes the biochemistry in your body. All right. The fastest way to destroy your teeth is to eat poorly. Processed foods, refined sugars, refined carbohydrates, a lot of foods that come in boxes and require mixing. When you eat your grass-finished, grass-fed meat, free-range, organic chicken, pasture-raised organic eggs, free-range, everything natural. It's almost if you grew it yourself or you raised it yourself. That is pretty much the bar and standard for food. If you wouldn't create the same effect of you growing that food yourself, using all the proper practices that are good, no chemicals, pesticides, GMO, et cetera, and you grow food and raise your animals up. I mean, raise them up from beginning to end. No steroids, antibiotics, GMO feed, any of that. You eat that food, your body is designed to protect itself. But the problem is we're poisoned on so many levels. I mean, we know what they're spraying in the air, the water we drink, the food is compromised. It's really hard to grow anything organic because the heavy metals, nanoparticles, whatever they're spraying in the air travels. And even on the quote unquote organic side of the game, stuff settles in the soil. Aluminum, barium, strontium, mercury oxides, everything they're spraying in the air settles in the soils. And we grow our food in the soils. The animals graze on the soils. They eat the plant life that's compromised by what they're spraying and the environment. et cetera, et cetera. We got to give you this background first. Now, I want everybody to be very interactive. I want people to be interactive because it's a lot. Yes, Axiom says it right. First Corinthians 6:19 and 20. Know you not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and is not of your own. Amen. Amen, brother. He said no, hippie, no hippie stuff. Let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. There's a very fine line between us living within the design that God gave us and New Age. All right. Now I know a lot of people see it's not about the ground. I know people think of grounding, right? When you step on the earth barefoot and all that. Here's the issue with that. Do you know that they designed shoes that have rubber on the shoes for something? Now I'm not feeding the grounding thing because I don't want to get New Age but we were designed to walk on the earth that God gave us. We know that much. That's the natural design. And it doesn't shock me that the government will create a barrier between anything natural. It doesn't shock me. But we're not going to get into that. I just wanted to bring that up. I know walking on the sand on the beach. I know the air along large bodies of water is usually clear and all these things. Yeah, I have fulvic acid. I have zeolite. I have grapefruit seed extract. I have oregano oil. I have activated charcoal, NAC, nattokinase. I have pretty much, if you know about it, I have it. So there's pretty much not many supplements. Now, let me give you a disclaimer about supplements, okay? Use as many food grade and food sources as possible. Try not to do too many supplements because the purity is hard to come by these days. You don't know if they're cutting corners. You got to research the companies to make sure they're not conglomerates of other companies that are corrupt. What else? Yeah, it's a burden. Anything that's concentrated, powder, micronized in a powder, it does put a burden on your liver and kidney to process. You can still get it good, but God designed us to eat foods, fruits, vegetables, meats, etc. So once we add a little bit of processing to the mix, it does put more of a burden on your liver and kidney. So if you're doing too many supplements, just make sure you take a break. Focus on eating unprocessed, natural, whole foods. Don't use any synthetic petroleum-based vitamins. All your vitamins should be food grade. That means they get the vitamins from food sources. Check your brands. I can't give out brands on the internet because I don't want to be liable. But make sure you do your research and that all fasting is for God, suppressing the flesh, revealing sin, clarity on God's word. And once you do that, you would actually have clarity to see a lot of bad habits you can remove from your life. You'll start thinking about how you're living, how you're eating. It all helps spiritually. You deal with yourself spiritually, it will trickle over to the physical and mental. And you'll have a more clear mind to treat your body the way God wants you to treat your body. You will start being aware of things that weren't coming to mind before, sin that creates habitual lifestyles that are detrimental to your health, all of those things. So I always knew that the whole filling your mouth with amalgam or mercury and all these things were bad. I always knew it. The whole idea of putting something unnatural in your body, what's going on, Michael John, is bad. And I know a lot of people, especially the older people, have dental work, Hold on, y'all. One second. Yeah, baking soda is great for your teeth. So we're going to get into that. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to focus here. Yeah, I do oil pulling. We're gonna get into all that. Yeah, seeded fruits are good. The seeds have a lot of nutrients. They don't want you to know about that, and they're trying to corrupt the seed supply. All of that. Okay. What's going on, Lady D, Stacy, Miss Maskless? What's going on? All right, let's get to it. Now, let me say this: when I oil pull, this is what I do, and I got so many things come to my mind at once. What's going on? Everybody hates Raymond. Let me see. What's up? The first thing you want to do with your teeth, if you have any teeth issues, is intermittent water fasting. Cut out all the sugar for at least 12 to 24 hours. If you can do water with some Himalayan sea salt or good quality spring water or purified water or distilled water with Himalayan pink salt in it or a good quality sea salt, that's great. And just drink that. Make sure your body's hydrated. A lot of teeth issues are exacerbated by dehydration. That's number one. Allow the glycogen, the sugar in your body to wear down. Inflammation and sugar, there's a connection. That's if you're in any immediate issues. You have to stop eating. If you have any immediate issues, we're gonna get into y'all got it. See, I see y'all already on it, but I'm gonna deal with the teeth right now. We'll talk about the other stuff in tomorrow's stream when we talk about all the spraying in the air. Let's not use code words. We know what they're called, but Screw Tube doesn't want us to do that. And I got that term, I think, from Uncool Paranoia on her stream, Screw Tube. So back to your teeth. Teeth, very important. Most people don't realize that when you have teeth issues, an infection is nothing but decaying and dead cells. When you talk about pus, when you talk about abscesses, they're dead tissue, dead and decaying tissue, also known as fungus or mold. Now, a root canal kills off the blood supply, which brings nutrients and helps your body to heal areas of problems. The issue is you cut off that blood supply, you have a dead tooth in your mouth. What do we know about anything dead? Anything dead creates mold, fungus. That's the microorganisms. They change around that dead entity to help break it down. You do not want to have anything that's breaking down in an area in your body that your bloodstream can't get to, because it's going to continue to break down, create infection, is again mold and fungus, dead and decaying cells, and it's going to leak into your bloodstream. Saliva. Let's talk about what saliva is. Saliva is a filtrate of your blood. Your saliva glands basically take the blood supply, create a filtrate of your blood that happens to be very beneficial to keeping the environment of your mouth good. But the caveat is whatever you put in your mouth gets in your bloodstream. Anybody who knows about doctors, some medication, and I wouldn't advise taking any big pharma drugs, you can take them by putting them under your tongue. It gets to your bloodstream. And I know a lot of people, look, I get it. A lot of people have been deceived into orthodontic work. We had excruciating pain. We needed a fix. We couldn't wait. The pain, tooth pain is up there. I mean, there's being set on fire, and the women can tell you, I guess, about pregnancy. And then tooth pain is up there between electrocution, being set on fire. It gets pretty serious. I don't know if it's the nerve, everything, but having a bad tooth can hurt you from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. Anybody who's had a really bad toothache know about that. Horrible. You can't sleep. You can't eat. It feels like life and death, and in some cases, it can be. Now, the problem with something leaking fungus and mold in your mouth is that it will get to the heart and the brain and your organs. Imagine having mold, decaying tissue that's breaking down. Your body is breaking down this fungus. If you think about candida, you hear about all the fungus that they're claiming is causing illness, right? Well, because you have something dead in your body, any kind of waste, urine, fecal, any kind of waste in your body is dead tissue, toxins that the body has to get rid of. And if the body can't get rid of the toxin, it will start to create a fungal environment in the body. Your clove oil is great. It has eugenol in it, which is a antiseptic, but it's also it helps to kill off anything that's bad in the body. You know, when those microbes or when that fungus and that mold becomes out of control, but you have to deal with the root issue. Now, for people who have a lot of root canals, I'm not telling you to go take out all your teeth. But if you do have root canals, your dental hygiene has to be near perfect. Because 9 out of 10, over time, there will be some kind of infection around the root. I know nobody wants to have a tooth pulled. I don't believe in implants. I get it. Nobody wants to be walking around toothless. I understand this is a very sensitive subject. That's why I'm trying to explain this in the best way I can. Nobody wants to walk around toothless, especially my root canal was in the side. And I'm gonna be very honest. I broke this tooth in my 20s back here when doing something very foolish, trying to take a bottle cap off of my teeth. And I broke the tooth off and it got really bad, kept cracking over years. And then I had to get the root taken out, pieces of root, very painful, caused bone loss that I had to rebuild and still rebuilding. I had a tooth here. I got root canal because I was desperate for help. Went to or ran to the dentist. Just please make the pain stop. I was in bad shape, right? I told him, take the tooth out. Take the tooth out. I'm gonna be real with you. He almost was saying no. And he says, we're gonna root canal. I was like, take the tooth out. I no longer deal with this, and take it from me. If you find an orthodontist and they're insistent on doing something you don't want to do, get up and leave and find somebody else. All right. It's about money. They get a lot of money to do orthodontic surgery, to keep doing x-rays. Everything is billed. All right. This is why orthodontic is not always covered in full by the best insurance. And I know people want to do implants. They want to give you cadaver bones and all that. I don't do none of that. I got the tooth out. Bone broth. I got my nutrition. I got in the sun, vitamin D3, vitamin K2, magnesium. All these things you get from food sources to help your bones to remineralize. But it can be very bad. Yes, no fluoride, no sodium lauryl sulfate. That's a detergent that they use on porcelain. It will strip away your enamel on your teeth. So that whiteness that you get from that comes with the cost. You can whiten your teeth with baking soda, coconut oil. Just don't spit the coconut oil down the drain. It will clog your pipes. And many people talk about oil pulling. Okay, before you do oil pulling, this is what you do. You get some dental tools you can get them from Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, whatever, the little tools. Be careful when you get the stainless steel ones. Get ones that you can use a pick and go through your gum line, get all your tartar, calculus, and plaque. So plaque is basically sugar fermenting on your teeth, right? Causing like basically a form of like problems. And then it hardens and turns to tartar, and then it calcifies and turns to calculus. Basically, yeah, water picks are great. Get yourself a good water pick. It's worth the investment. Get food out of your teeth. If you have any cavities, get food out of your cavities. Eat very well. Your nutrition is paramount. He said, sorry, I can't be toothless. Your nutrition is paramount, and your diet. You can't eat processed foods. I love cookies, Krispy Kreme donuts. Got to give it up. And if you eat it, you got to clean, oil pull, detox, the whole nine. When you're young, you can get away with a lot of stuff. If you're like me, and you're in your 40s or older, you can't get away with stuff. Literally eating cookies and not trying to undo the damage will cost you. The older you are, the more what you do and how quickly it would affect you. Don't let the fact that, oh, when I was 20, I ate all of this and I don't have no problems. It catches up with you. Believe me. I love sweets. Try to get natural cookies that taste good. I know a lot of them taste like they taste. He says, wait till you get 55. For all the elders out there, I take my hat off to you. I'm just beginning to understand what you're going through and what you've been through. And I'm using your example for wisdom. But they will tell you, take care of your teeth. If you need a reason to quit smoking, besides the fact that your body is a temple of God and it's not good, it will destroy your teeth and your arteries and many other things. Alcohol as well. I'm not saying the occasional glass of wine. Just make sure you get a good quality organic wine. They're poisoning a lot of alcohols for those who like to do a lot of alcohol. And we know that the Bible speaks against being a drunkard, but a glass of wine, fine. Be careful about a lot of these things have a lot of preservatives and a lot of poisons in a lot of things. So just make sure quality. And I'm trying to think. I have no script. I just wanted to talk about this. So we're going to get into a lot of my live streams are pretty much going to be just talking. I may do some videos where I go into detail, but you have to be careful with your teeth. A lot of people have aches and pains, nerve issues that relate to the teeth. And I'm not talking about I've heard the whole energetic thing about the tooth controls this organ, this gland. We're not getting to that. I'm just telling you that your body grew together and everything affects everything. You have any kind of dead tissue, mold, or fungus in your mouth, it will affect the rest of you. If you have achy body, itchy skin, candida, you wake up with a white tongue, that's a good sign you have a candida or you have yeast in your body. Yeast is fungus, mold. You must take action. And the first thing you have to do is get rid of that yeast. You need to do some intermittent fasting. You need to cut out refined sugars, processed foods. Grapefruit seed extract, very good for starting to kill yeast. Get a good natural probiotic. Fiber, prebiotic fiber. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables for fiber. Clean out your colon. Very important. Detox teas. There are tons out there. Dandelion root tea, burdock root tea, milk thistle. Lots of things you can do to get your liver, your kidneys together. Drink clean water. I put a little Himalayan salt in mine. What else? Add a little bit of lime, fresh organic lime or lemon into your water. Great for the kidney. Yes, get your nerves together. And here's the thing. I'm not one of those people who say you can't eat no bread and pasta. Just make sure that they're as healthy and refined. Real bread doesn't last long. Most of what they sell in the store is like 5% bread and 95% garbage. Real bread, try to bake your own bread. Get it from a local bakery. Yes, it's out your way, but this is where we are right now. This is where we are. Yes, your tongue, your eyes, your skin, your hair, your nails tell you a lot about your health. I look at my eyes, I can tell when I need a detox. Your nails, same issue. Your skin, if it's itchy, it could be candida. You clean well, you're still itchy, probably fungus or what they would call a latent infection or mold in your body. You got to detox. Fruits and vegetables. For those doing water fasting, ease yourself into it. If you're doing it for a spiritual biblical fast, you know what to expect. To cut it off, and it's good. Stay in the Word of God. Understand that this is to free you from sin. All addictions and bad habits begin with sin. The Bible, our biblical faith in Christ, gets rid of our sin problem, sets you free from addictions, cuts bad habits. The bad habits have to go. So it begins with Christ. Let me see. Yeah, they got some bread. They got Ezekiel bread. You can freeze bread. See, I like this because a lot of people in here, especially the homesteaders, those who've been doing natural things for a while, y'all can help me. We can share this information and we can get this information out. But keep your teeth clean. When you brush, make your own toothpaste. All you need is baking soda, coconut oil, and clove oil, thyme oil. I even put a little bit of nascent iodine in there. When you brush your teeth at an angle where you're focusing on the gum line on both sides of your teeth, top and bottom, both sides. Get that gum line good. Take the picks, go in between your teeth, get everything out. And then make sure you don't eat for a while. When you oil pull, do it when you're in a semi-fasted state. All right, because you want to have a mouth is clean so you can draw deeper toxins out. Oil pulling is great. So use the natural toothpaste and then you oil pull. I usually put some clove oil and thyme oil in the oil. I oil pull. I do it for between 10 and 30 minutes. The longest I've oil pulled was literally 45 minutes. I kid you not. It was very difficult. It was very painful, but I was in very bad situation. So I wouldn't even do it too long because you could start reabsorbing what you pull out. So you don't have to go extreme. 10 to 20 minutes is usually enough, depending on your tolerance. 10 to 20 minutes is sufficient for oil pulling. You can put a little tea tree oil in there if you want. Make sure you get organic. Do not swallow. Do not spit down your pipes. Spit it in a paper towel in the trash. Activated charcoal is great. You can put it in your toothpaste. It also is a chelator. It draws toxins out of your mouth. You can put it on your skin. You can do a lot of things. And let me tell you, when you start oil pulling, it will clear your eyes up. It's a good cure for headaches. Headaches are often a sign of some kind of toxin or something in your body. I've cured I don't really get headaches anymore, but when I do, oil pulling usually gets rid of it. But make sure you're hydrated. Dehydration is a cause of headaches. So get hydrated, oil pull, and then you can start to troubleshoot. How is myrrh on the teeth? I don't know. Myrrh, I mean, I guess you have to prepare it. Just be careful not to swallow it. I think you might have to research that one. Yeah, water pulling is great. And let me tell you, a lot of people are having symptoms and pains in their body. They don't associate with what's happening in your tooth. You think you have back pain that won't go away. It could be something happening in your teeth. Clean your teeth and see what happens. Also, if you do have root canals, especially more than one, definitely clean your teeth. And if you're really concerned, go see a naturopathic, holistic dentist. It costs money. I don't know, but you can do it yourself. Or if you feel like you have a more urgent case, find yourself a good naturopathic, holistic dentist that will tell you what to do in whatever situation. For those who don't want to pull teeth, they can help you clean as best you can. And then you can start your regimen and your remedies to help draw out any toxic environment in the mouth. Yeah, they're getting rid of the naturopathic, holistic people. So yeah, find them while you can, learn what you can yourself, get into a lot of the natural essential oils, herbal remedies. Get your gut right. Gut health controls a lot about what happens in the mouth as well. So get your gut right, clean your colon. That's all one track. If you have an issue in one facet of the track, it can affect the other. So just make sure that you deal with the entire tract. Brush your tongue. If you find out, get into the habit as you do the things that kill the fungus and mold and candida in your mouth. Brush your tongue with your toothbrush. Change your toothbrush every now and again. I've been guilty of using a toothbrush too long. I've tried to boil it and just buy a new one. Yeah, I mean, just do not brush your teeth before you go to bed. Huge thing I've learned. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. When you sleep, whatever you go to the bed with on your teeth is going to sit there. It's going to ferment. It's going to feed. It's going to change the environment, change the microbes, cause issues. If you have bad breath, that's a good sign you have something going on in your teeth. Especially if you have abscesses or cavities, it's time to start doing the natural remedies to treat. Bad breath is a sign that either your gut is off or your tooth is off or all of the above. And if you do everything, you don't have teeth issues, you still have bad breath, it could be your gut. You need to cleanse and detox. Yeah, the roof of your mouth. Yep. Now, when you're fasting, you have to be very careful with this. But when you're fasting, especially more than 12 hours, go get a good quality baking soda. I use Red Mill baking soda. Don't get Arm & Hammer. It has aluminum and preservative and fillers in it. Get pure baking soda. I get Red Mill brand. Take a quarter teaspoon, mix it in a cup of water, and drink it when you're fasted. It'll go through your body and help clear things in there. Let me see. Also, I do black seed oil pretty often. I've been doing it for years. It works. I had a lot of issues that taking a good quality black seed oil, and I take my black seed oil with raw, unfiltered organic honey. I just put a little bit in the spoon, put the oil on top, and just take it like that. I've been doing it for years. It's made a difference. Yeah, oregano oil is pretty rough. So don't take it too much, and make sure when you take oregano oil a lot that you're taking that good quality probiotic, and make sure you get a good quality one. Yeah, peppermint oil is good, especially topically. Rub it on your skin, your body. Olive oil, a good quality olive oil is good to rub on your body. It reduces inflammation even topically. It's good to ingest. It's good to put on top of salads. A little apple cider vinegar, olive oil on a salad, very good. Fruits and vegetables naturally cleanse your teeth. So if you eat natural fruits and vegetables that are not overcooked, you will naturally start to clean your teeth. Yeah. But look at your eyes. If your eyes don't look white, your tongue has got the film on it. Bad breath. Your teeth start to ache after certain foods. It's time to make changes. Don't let it get bad, because once it gets bad, you'll be desperate and you'll do something crazy like I did. And trust me, when that pain gets really bad, you will not care about them yanking the tooth out of your mouth. It won't matter where it is. It will not matter. Also, overall detoxing your body it reduces the toxic load and allows your body to more efficiently do what it does. When you have any active quote unquote infections, just dead cells, dead tissues, pus, fungus, whatever in your body, mold, it's good to start decreasing what you eat. Your body cleanses when you put less in it. Like I said, there's a lot of things you can take. Slow down on your coffees and your teas when you have real bad teeth issues. Still do them, but just slow down on them. And it's very important that you get sunlight. No, this is huge. They are trying to dim the sun. When Bill Gates said he wanted to block the sun, what he was referring to was dimming the sun through aerosols. They're spraying aluminum and all kinds of aerosols in the air that will decrease the quality of sunshine we get. Sunshine helps our bodies produce what most people, I guess, would call vitamin D3, but basically it gives us what we need to keep our bones and teeth healthy. Also, you need vitamin K2. Very important. The sunshine and vitamin D3 pulls the calcium out of the blood. But if calcium stays in your blood, it will harden your arteries. It's the vitamin K2 that shuttles that calcium out of the blood into your bones and your teeth. You don't want rogue calcium in the bloodstream. It will start causing tumors, harden the arteries, calcify brain. It does a lot of issues. You can get good quality. Usually they sell supplements, vitamin D3 and K2 and vitamin K2 together. If you eat a lot of fats, healthy fats, you're getting, especially healthy animal fats, not pig, but healthy animal fats, you're going to get vitamin K2. For those who can eat certain cheeses and butters, good quality, you're going to get K2, vitamin K2 from there. This is why I do eat red meat and chicken and eggs, because there's a lot of fat soluble vitamins that are just abundant. The animal eats the plant and puts the vitamins in a good fat soluble form in the meat. And that's not saying you're sure you can eat sprouts and other things and get a lot of good dense quality nutrients. But what works for me, since I've done a lot, I realized that animal protein and animal fat has been very beneficial to reducing inflammation, strengthening my body. And I think it's just good more so for men. I think it's good for women too, but men really need the healthy fats. Our bodies are built to be powerhouses, so we don't need inflammation. We need our hormones in check. You have to be producing testosterone properly, strengthens the body, makes it durable and helps everything. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, if you're going to get food grade hydrogen peroxide, food grade 3% hydrogen peroxide, pretty good stuff. Just don't swallow it. Trying to read through here. Yeah, frankincense is myrrh is great. Yeah, stock up on this stuff too, man. Stock up on your baking soda. You can use it for a lot of things. Stock up on a good quality organic vinegar. Very useful for cleaning. Chemicals and a lot of these cleaners. Stock up on stuff that matters. Baking soda and vinegar. You can do a lot of things, not just for your body, but cleansing your house. Very powerful stuff. So stock up on your baking soda, vinegar, coconut oil. Great. Yeah, coconut oil, honey. Find a local beekeeper if you could. I'm still looking. Get a local beekeeper. Get a good source of raw, unfiltered, organic honey. Honey is great. It's one of those things that it lasts forever, and that just gives you a view of what it does in your body. It can heal a lot of things. It heals burns, wounds. It's great for the body in a lot of ways. It's a good source of nutrients. It doesn't have the effect on blood sugar like refined sugar. So get yourself a lot of honey. What's going on, the conservative racer? Good to see you. Are you talking about bleeding gums? Yeah, if your gums are inflamed or you have some kind of issue, bleeding gums is definitely a sign of, they will call it periodontal disease or gingivitis, but basically mold and fungus is spreading in the mouth, and you need to get your diet together. You need to start using the things we've talked about, the oil pulling, the clove oil, thyme oil, grapefruit seed extract, very good stuff. Put 10 drops in a big glass of water, drink it in the morning. You'll start to see your tongue get rid of that whiteness. Brush your teeth after every meal, especially when you're trying to get over something, every meal. brush softly, focus on the gum line, and focus on places that are hard to get. Make sure you get back in your mouth. It's hard to get to. I know a lot of people also want to get their wisdom teeth removed because you were told that you had impacted wisdom teeth. Here's the issue with that. Yes, wisdom teeth can cause problems, but the source of the problems is a diet. We have a very nutritionally deficient diet that causes our jaw not to mature, and therefore we don't have enough space. The bones in your face, just like your hands, they continue to grow. If you get your nutrition together, you get good quality nutrient source, you can actually help your body to adapt and your teeth will straighten. My teeth, I have not got my wisdom teeth pulled and they're beginning to realign as I've gotten my nutrition together. Now, of course, there are variations and a wide spectrum of situations where everybody's different. Some people have very unique issues and they might need to get theirs taken out. No problems there. But just understand, when you start pulling out teeth needlessly, you will affect the structure of your face, especially when you age. And it causes bone loss and a lot of things that cause a lot of issue that they don't tell you. So try to cure your wisdom teeth if they're inflamed. That's what they do. Just like when babies' teeth, the teeth are breaking through the gum, causes issue. When you're adults, your immune system, your body's a little worn down, so it could cause problems. But just make sure that you clean that, keep the area clean. You do all the treatments, and give it time. Unless you have a very unique, extreme case, you don't need to get your wisdom teeth taken out. They're going to always suggest that you get it taken out because look at how much it costs every time they get them out. It's a windfall for them to go around yanking people's wisdom teeth out. If you've been around the world, if you go to other countries, they don't do this because most people, they have better quality soils, they eat more good quality whole food. Their jaw matures. So deal with the issue nutritionally and hygienically. Get your hygiene together, your nutrition together first, and only remove in extreme circumstances without, after you try the practical ways. So let me catch up. Well, the simplest way to eat is to avoid things that are processed and garbage. One of the benefits that fasting does is it resets your palate. So if you've gotten used to eating a lot of sugar, a good fast, it changes you spiritually where it resets everything. And too much sugar that you used to love you will feel the toxicity of eating refined sugar. It will change you and you will no longer desire it. Sometimes that's what it takes. Now, getting to that stage, you're going to go through sugar withdrawals. Sugar has a dopamine or whatever effect on the brain, like cocaine. It makes you addicted. This is why if you have children, do not give them formula. It's nothing but sugar. They need fats to come from breast milk. And that diet, can be extended into adulthood. We have this craving for sugar. Very toxic to eat. You can get all the sugar you need from fruits. Fruits package the sugar with vitamins, mineral, fibers, enzymes, so that the body can utilize the sugar and it doesn't just accumulate in your blood. So sugar is not the problem. It's just sugar that's not coming from a fruit source. See, these unnatural refined sugars are the issue. Your body knows how to deal with sugar from plants naturally. So you don't have to worry about, you can eat fruit. But if you have dental issues, I wouldn't eat it too much until you resolve the dental issue. Definitely. And I want to talk about this in detail tomorrow because, as you know, they're trying to create the deception of C19 until pink eye and runny, itchy eyes. And they're trying to tell you that the pollen season is extra bad this year, but they want you to ignore what they're spraying in the air. And let me tell you, they're not just spraying heavy metals, nanoparticles, graphene, or whatever. They're spraying mold. That's right, decaying flesh, dead material. They're spraying literally disease in the air. And if you don't believe me, look up what they did in San Francisco, germ warfare in the 60s. This is not new. They've been doing this probably for a long time. They're literally spraying mold and fungus in the air, dead, decaying material. So be aware. Don't blame it. Let me give you the breakdown of allergies. Pollen and dust can be inflammatory only because our body is already saturated and heavily burdened from unnatural toxins and chemicals. See, they spray you with heavy metals, nanoparticles, mold. They burden your body's ability to detox with all these unnatural things that natural things like pollen and dust and certain foods become what they call it, inflammatory or autoimmune issues, meaning that your body starts to attack itself as a mechanism to get rid of whatever is poisoning it. So your body's very smart. It wants to destroy anything that's harboring a toxin or any kind of decaying tissue. But as it destroys the decaying tissue, it breaks that down into a very toxic substance. So when you're detoxing, your liver and your kidneys have to be in peak performance. Otherwise, your body will not remove the toxin fast enough that breaks down from the mold and the mildew dying in your body, and you will get some bad issues going on, like candida. So you need to make sure your liver, your kidneys are good. So get your dandelion root, get your milk thistle, your lemon water, your lime water. Cut down the sugar. Make sure there's a lot of other things and enzymes that get rid of fatty liver. Yeah. Wild caught salmon is good. Salmon is good. Avocados, just make sure it's real. Let me see. What's going on, Amy K? She says, do you think environmental spray lines up with Revelations? Well, here's the thing. God includes it all. And not saying that because even when they had leprosy in the Bible, leprosy in the Old Testament, they warned Israel how to bury the dead and how to do certain hygienic sanitary things. Now, leprosy is basically decaying flesh all over you. Now, leprosy is it's a skin issue as a result of decaying flesh. Now, there's several mechanisms to why that could happen. The water could be compromised, whether that came from God or God allowed it to happen, which he permits everything, or whether, because God can do both. He can actually cause an issue, or he can permit something else to cause that issue. And this is why in the Bible, there were special ways to bury the dead. You don't bury the dead near water supplies where you grow your food. You don't drink. In other countries that are very third worldish, they defecate in the same water they drink. And then you get dysentery, typhoid, a lot of hygienics, unsanitary issues that result from disease, basically waste that should be excreted from the body being reintroduced. When you introduce dead and decaying material back into the body, you create fungus and mold, because that's what happens in decay. You're introducing fungus and mold in the body. That creates a lot of symptoms that they're going to create their institutionalized terms and reverse epistemology of redefining words and reinterpreting the processes that happen in your body. That's what that is. So there's a lot to talk about with that. Who just bought the company of Bragg's? I was wondering about that. Don't use Bragg's apple cider vinegar anymore. Katy Perry just bought the company. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I will be finding me another brand. Yeah, great local honey. It's great. You should try to get food from places that you can go verify, like family-owned local farms, usually within your own area. where you can go and drive and see the practice, to see how they're growing their food. People who grow food the right way are very welcoming in terms of letting you witness and observe, because they want you to know that they do it that way. So if you get honey, go to a place that you can verify. If you can't, do the best you can. There's not a foolproof, perfect way to do this. It depends on your area. We know that Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, I forget, it's another guy, John Malone or somebody, is buying up all the farmland. All right. It's not just Bill Gates and Bezos. It's a lot of them. They're buying up all the farmland and the seeds. And so they can, and buying a lot of the companies that process foods, so they can lie and label things organic that are not. They're going to deceive you. So it's getting to the point right now, and if you're eating something and you notice it causes an effect, it doesn't matter if it says organic, non-GMO. If it's causing a negative effect on your body, you need to find another source, because labels are no longer, if they ever been, are trustworthy. I'm telling you this. Yeah, man, you can make your own stuff. You can use vinegar, olive oil, a fresh lemon. You can clean your whole floors if you have wood floors. You can do a lot. I'm telling you, these chemicals, they're putting even more chemicals in there, and then they're going to tell you that it's cancer and all this other stuff. But cancer is basically when your body is saturated with toxins to the point where your body's ability to replicate cells is compromised, because your body is saturated and overburdened with chemicals and toxins. Detox the chemicals and toxins, get your nutrition right through a myriad of ways, and you will get rid of what they call cancer. All right. Don't believe that everything is a death sentence. When you believe that, it actually has a physiological effect on your body by you giving up, and you not believing that God is giving you the will and the mind and the means to allow your body to heal itself. Your body is a self-healing mechanism. Give it the right spiritual nature, mind, emotional state, environment, and nutrition, and it will respond most of the time. Some people, it's just their time to die. God is sovereign over life and death, but he also gives us the ability to do what we can on our end, and he will do his. Hope I'm making sense. I'm just kind of talking right now, so it's not going to be very organized. Let me see. And let me tell you about my story with allergies, okay? So when I was young, I believed into the allergy lie too, right? But then as I became more sovereign and became an adult, I detoxed my body the right way. And guess what disappeared? All my so-called allergies. And then I realized I was not allergic to pollen, dust, breathing. My body was heavily burdened with a lot of toxins and bad eating habits, poisons in the environment, and a lack of knowledge to properly detox. And I was spiritually wayward, and that all put a burden on my body. Once I got my spirit right, my mind right, my nutrition right, all these so-called institutionalized interpretations of my body, like allergies, went away. Gastrointestinal issues all went away. You know, clean your colon, very important. People are always talking about, look, you don't want to be full of it. It's waste. You have to get waste out of your body. Waste, a backup of waste will also cause toxic exposure into your colon and it leaking into your bloodstream. So get your psyllium husk, the whole psyllium husk, or soluble, insoluble fibers, detox teas, smooth moves, whatever it takes to help your body. Taking salt, good quality sea salt or Himalayan salt water, good for flushing the colon. So eating some coconut oil, olive oil helps to flush the colon. There's a lot of things you can take. Find a healthy old person. You don't usually make it to old age without realizing how to clean your colon. Once you realize It's a reason why old people are very astute at cleaning their colon. They realize how important it is. So do that. Yeah, it is. It's very hard. That's why I do supplement with moringa powder. And I trust me, I wish I can go find if you can find the actual whole leaves and learn the process of making your own powders, oven drying them or whatever the process is, do that. But if, like me, you find it hard and you don't have the time to always do it, I supplement with natural vitamin C. Stop using ascorbic acid. Get camu berry, the cherry. What is it? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna type it so you can see it. Okay, let me share my screen. All right. Hopefully you all can see the screen. Yeah, there it is. This is good for vitamin C. This is what you want for vitamin C. Camu berry. This is what you want for vitamin C. And then you got red peppers. All your peppers are very high in vitamin C. Cayenne pepper, very high in vitamin C. Citrus is high too, but also some cruciferous vegetables, very high in vitamin C. Your sprouts and stuff like that, very good, nutritious overall. What else? Let me see. I take a lot of powders that have a lot of natural food grade sources of vitamin C. Vitamin C is a complex. You can get it. Stop. Don't focus on getting 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 milligrams of ascorbic acid. That's one part of ascorbic acid. And the way they get ascorbic acid is not through any natural means. So it's not going to have the same effect on your body. So you want to get vitamin C the natural way. High doses of vitamin C the natural way really does get rid and help the body heal quickly. So vitamin C is the issue. The deception is they've told you that it's just ascorbic acid. Get it from natural sources. Not find the foods. You can use the DuckDuckGo, whatever. Just use it constructively, because Google doesn't want you. Google is removing a lot of searches that revolve around natural remedies. So you must go to an international search engine, DuckDuckGo, or something like that. Take it from me. They're trying to hide this information or just eliminate it. They don't want you to learn that your body by God was designed by God, number one, to heal with good nutrition, the good proper conditions and spiritual state. Jesus healed everybody first by their faith. It's paramount you get your faith right, because we're often not going to see straight, think straight, or have proper understanding to even care for our bodies until we get our soul back right with our Creator. That's paramount. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then everything shall be added. Matthew 6:33. No truer words when it comes to your health. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Let me go back and pull this up. I appreciate you all being here, by the way. I know it's been long overdue for me to do these things, but thank you all. I'm trying to get this channel up and going. Let me see. Conservative Racer. And I do try to read each and every one of you all's comments. Very informative, and I thank you all for sharing. What's going on, Arakad? Sure. Yeah. Axiom Descent, please. And like I said, y'all can definitely, liposomal vitamin C. I've definitely tried that as well. Pineapple, good vitamin C, definitely. Just make sure you get the organic, natural kind. Good information. And this is why I give people mods so we can share information. Yeah, black seed oil is good, but just like any oil, make sure you have good quality. A lot of coconut oil, olive oil, black seed, they're rancid imitations of these oils. So do your research. I can't always tell you what's best, but just do your best. And real black seed oil, you will notice the effects in your body. If you take anything and you notice that your eyes are not looking healthy, your urine is not looking healthy, it could be a sign that it's destroying your liver and kidneys. So let your liver, your eyes, your liver, kidneys, urine be a good test about supplements. If you notice that you just feel tired and wasted, it could be burning through your liver or something like that. So listen to your body. Your body will tell you if you're taking a bad supplement. And if it's not giving you the result that that supplement said should happen, then stop taking it. You don't need to take a whole bunch of things and not doing what they're designed to do. I take supplements and I look for them to perform the task that I've used them for. And usually if I take this for something, I look for it to accomplish what I needed to do. And if it's not, I start taking it and I go back to eating healthy, whole foods, drinking water, and maybe using some teas and herbs because you want to be gentle with the body. Sometimes more is less. People are now, they're taking so many supplements. Your liver, your kidneys have to process all these things and it will wear you out over time. So just be careful. I was buffering. Yeah, you want to get unrefined, cold pressed, extra virgin coconut oil, definitely. You can find some, you get a lot for a decent price, but a good brand. And you should know real coconut oil, it gets solid when it's cool and it gets liquid when it's hot. If you have any kind of oil, coconut oil, and it's not doing that, it's fake. You said keratin didn't help you at all. Yeah, when it comes to those certain things, I don't know. Sometimes you got to get them from a food source or a different brand. There's a better way of getting a food source through that brand. But like you say, if you notice it's just something you're taking, and your situation is not improving over time, then you don't need to take it. What's going on, Tony from Yonkers? What's going on? Let me see. But when it comes to your teeth, please do your best. Keep your teeth clean, drink plenty of water. Let me tell you, if you just take some time, most people can't do real fasting, but take time, drink clean water, put some Himalayan salt in it. Just drink water and go between your meals with nothing but water. It's going to be hard if you're used to snacking, but stop snacking, and gradually increase the space between each meal and go outside, get some sunlight, get around trees. If you have a beach nearby, go walk near a beach or near a bay or somewhere out in nature. Breathe fresh air around trees. Get away from the electromagnetism and the EMF radiation. Get away from the power lines. Get your body in a healthy environment, mentally, spiritually, and physically, all the time. Remove dramas that you don't have to deal with, okay? Unless you're married or you have kids, you don't need to be inviting drama. And if you're married and you have kids, there's a biblical way to resolve and reconcile those issues. But do not keep putting yourself in a toxic environment that you don't have to be in. It will manifest itself physically in your body. That's why your faith will make you whole. We have to be focused on living for Christ. And when we do that, every other area of our life will slowly improve or quickly improve, depending on God's will and how obedient we are to living in Him. Yeah, they're trying to make fungus. See, fungus is when remember, I got to be careful saying this, but in the last couple of years, people have injected a substance in the body that causes cell death. So you injecting something in your body that causes cells to die, And then you have environmental cofactors putting greater burden on the body, cause death of cells and tissues. What happens? You have things dying in your body, creating mold and fungus, and it spreads. So you must be ahead of the game and do the proper things to help, first of all, cleanse out those things. So you have to get your body functioning at optimum levels to help remove these things. And then you have your naturopathic means. You have the oregano oil, the grapefruit seed extract, the clove oil, et cetera, to help get rid of some of that dead, the effects of the dead tissues. And you help and strengthen your organs, your liver, with the right kind of herbs and diet and waters and clean water to help your liver function better. A healthier liver will lead to a healthier overall body. Make sure you're moving, keep your lymphatic system moving. You don't have to do HIIT exercise or calisthenics. It's helpful if you can work your way up to that, but just do walking, low impact, easy on the heart. So if you have a heart condition, start with walking. Keep yourself moving. That helps your lymphatic system to get toxins out of your lymph nodes and your glands and your blood. And drink water while you're doing it. Help cleanse your body out while it's moving. Avoid sitting down for long periods of time. Either walk or lay down. Let me see. I'm not going to be too long. I'm going to try to do another live on my health channel tomorrow. But I appreciate you all being here. It's been great. And remember, when we're dealing with people who are dysfunctional, remember, we have to go to Christ with ourselves so that we can, through the word of God, have our issue and our heart revealed that led us to deal with these people. So we do have to take the beam out of our eye first, and then we'll see clear how to deal with other people. So always hold yourself up to the lens of Christ so he can expose our sin, our error, our issues, and then we will have discernment and understanding and wisdom to remove ourselves or remedy a situation that involves other people. Very good. And you can still extend the gospel and grace that God has given to you to someone else. Or you just remove yourself. Let me see. Yeah, coconut oil is good. Just get a good brand. Thank you, Cool Paranoia. Let me see. Sad part is our homestead is in the country, but we have farmers' fields next to our house. Yeah, I heard about that. They spray pesticides and it's getting caught up in the currents and the winds. We have we have to pray. This is why prayer is so important, because going to Christ gives us a renewed mind to deal with the things we can deal with, but there's a lot of things we cannot deal with. And we have to, we have to depend on God to deal with that in prayer, or lead us and direct our paths to find other solutions to help us. So there's a lot to pray about, but you also have to do this believing that God is sustaining you. God gives us grace that, sometimes we could be in a bad thing and God will still preserve our bodies. He is God. He can do that. So give control where it belongs to God and let your understanding, your thinking come through him and his word. And then you'll see clearly how to deal with each situation that presents itself in life. This could be quite overwhelming when you realize all that we're up against. But the one thing this world doesn't count on is that we would have the Holy Spirit from believing in Jesus biblically. That's the one thing the world cannot take away from you if you have that biblical faith. And that's the one thing that they can't mitigate as well. So put your trust in the Lord where it belongs. And then, see, we use supplements. We don't trust in them. We trust in God. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not onto your own understanding, but acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your paths. I use everything as a tool because I'm trusting in God. I don't love money. I can use money. I don't love anything in the world, but but I can use it as God sees fit through wisdom to be useful. It's sin that makes us love and trust in the wrong things, our own sin. And therefore, we put the faith in things that only should belong in God. So I just wanted to keep this biblical. Y'all know me. I have to do it. I don't want people to think that, trusting in these things are more important than God. Definitely not. Yeah, they're putting what's going on, Shine On Bright. Yeah, they're putting defibrillators everywhere because people are trusting in the what, and their heart is coming down with myocarditis and pericarditis and heart inflammation and all this stuff. So yeah. Yeah, you're right, man. Worrying is basically praying to the devil. You don't want to worry. You want to have faith. Faith fills you with peace and joy, that making sure you're in God's biblical will, you're being obedient to his word, will help and guide you. That is the faith where you can have peace and joy even in the storm and harsh circumstances, because God is guiding you. You're being led of his word biblically. So fear leads to torment. The fear of the Lord leads you to his word, where knowledge and wisdom abides. Try to make your refrigerator look more like a fresh produce aisle than a garbage aisle. Put your fresh stuff in there, fruits and vegetables, blueberries, buy stuff, clean them good. Clean your fruits and vegetables in organic vinegar and red mill baking soda. They're spraying wax and pesticides and all kinds of films on even organic stuff. Cleanse it. They know that we are aware, and so they're trying to lie and deceive us into not taking extra precaution. Of course, pray over your food, of course, and if you can't do it, then pray and eat. But cleaning your fruits and vegetables off does help a lot. Get grass-fed and grass-finished meats, pasture, organic, raised eggs. I know eggs cost, but if you're cutting out the garbage, you will have more money available to eat better quality foods. And believe me, eating better quality foods means eating less, because you have more nutrition and your body won't be nutritionally starving even when you're full. So eat better quality foods. You won't snack and waste money on a lot of snacks, and you'll eat less because you'll be more satiated. And so you'll save money over time. Snacking is just a sign that you're eating a lot of food, but you're still nutritionally starving. Don't be in that situation, because you're keeping your blood sugar elevated, causing inflammation, a host of problems in the body. Yeah, rose hips. Thank you. See, I knew. Yeah, rose hips is great. There's a lot of good things that have natural vitamin C. Celery water. Start making your own beverages. Get some teas. Get some celery water. Fruits, lemons, limes. Your house should be full of these things. Stop, avoid buying drinks full of sugar, because they're more toxic than the food, because you're eating a meal in one cup, a meal's worth of calories in one glass. You have barely any nutrients, but you have a ton of sugar. Make your own liquid. Once you cut out the sugar and fast, your palate will reset and you won't crave the sugar. Too much sugar will begin to be toxic. Let's see. Look up the companies that you get your vitamins from as well. Yeah, celery water is pretty cool once you get used to it. Yeah, I mean, it feels good to just need water and not need to crave to snack, because your body, just like you clean your body on the outside, you want to rinse it on the inside. And when you eat a lot of fresh whole fruits and vegetables, you're getting a lot of natural water as well. Yeah, Unanimity, you're right. They do get mad when you don't worry, when you're not freaking out about the financial crisis. I'm like, you just tell them, look, you've been trusting in the Lord thus far, and He's guided you and He sustained you thus far. So the fact that what we're doing is working and it requires for us to trust in God and it keeps us whole, it keeps us peaceful, joy, even under duress, in the midst of a storm, we can still have peace and joy because we know our soul and putting our soul with Christ is what's important. Everything else is leading to that end. So we're not worried about a lot of frivolous things, and we have faith that if God removes a job from us, we can get another job. God's going to sustain us as long as He wants us here to do His work. We just make sure we're doing His work, we're living within His will, and God will make provisions for us to be here until He calls us home. It's that simple. Okay, on that note, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this one up. I hope this was knowledgeable, edifying. I love that you all also share information. That's what this is about. I don't know everything. Um, we are a network of people from various walks of life, knowledge bases, and parts of the world. I can learn just as much as you all. So I thank you for being here, and I'm gonna try to do another live tomorrow, God willing. On that note, peace and blessings, and look forward to the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna be talking about all the stuff that they don't want you to know. All the stuff they're not going to talk about, stuff that won't break your wallet, that you can start today doing. So you all have a great night. Trust in the Lord, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace and blessings. I'll leave it on for a moment so people can talk before I close it off.